Every high school graduate has been conditioned to learn. Every morning at 7 a.m. for the past 4 years, we've been either on our way here, already here, or stopping at Dunkin' this year for most of us seniors who don't want to be here that early. But the thing they never teach you in school is that you don't need to be taught. The things I've learned in the past 4 years here have absolutely nothing to do with what I've been sat down and told. It has to do with things that I've went out and figured out for myself. Coming into high school, I was excited about it. I think I thought it would go a lot better than it did. I thought that popularity mattered. I thought that having more friends meant I was more important. And then around December of my freshman year, I fell down a flight of steps, my head went through a wall, and I had a severe concussion where I couldn't attend school for 3.5 months at all. I had no cell phone, no TV. I had 2 friends, Shelby and Keely, and I didn't do much. And I think that's when I realized that you don't need to be here to know things. You don't need to show up every day to know who you are and what you need to do with your life. So that was just a really important thing to me in that time. And some of the lessons that I've learned here, they're not from, like I said, they're not from the classroom, but they're from you guys. They're from my family, and most importantly, they're from myself. Some of the things I did learn while I was here was knowledge doesn't only conform to facts. If you wholeheartedly believe something, it's known. If you can go out every day and feel something 110%, it's a fact. If you believe in yourself, it's fact. It doesn't need to be on paper. It doesn't need to be told to you by any teacher, any authority figure. It's fact. The second one, friends are meant to bring positivity. I've personally never had a problem with this. Melissa, Shelby, Kaylee, I have the best friends in the entire world, and I'll preach that to anyone. But going through high school, I've seen most of you guys, any of my peers, and I see that you guys struggle with friendship. People don't understand that you don't need to act a certain way to have a friend. I've been myself forever. I have a pretty loud mouth, kind of rude sometimes, and I struggle with myself often, but my friends have never, ever put any negativity that I've even brought into their lives into mine. So just know that it's okay if you're fighting with a friend, but there's no reason to stay talking to someone who doesn't bring positivity in your life at the end of the day. Third, your mental health is way more important than school and everything else around you. Waking up every day and working a 9-to-5 job and making money and having a nice car is going to mean absolutely nothing if at the end of the day you're not comfortable with your life. If you can go home every night and wish that you were doing something else, the money means nothing. Your high school education means nothing. What does a diploma mean to you if you're miserable? The fourth one, school teaches you how to be successful. It doesn't teach you how to be happy. Like I said, if you're not happy with what you're doing, stop it. Teachers can teach you how to do a math problem, but at the end of the day, when you go home and something tragic happens to you, who taught you how to deal with that? No one in this building, maybe your friends. Most teachers, they don't necessarily, they definitely do want to help you, but they're given a curriculum too. They're forced here the same way we are. Sure, they're getting paid for it, but they're told what they are and aren't allowed to do also. And then my last one, children look to be unique. It's adults who follow a path. Don't ever, ever think that just because we're 18 years old and we're just graduating that we're the ones who need to go do something. Personally, what I've learned from looking at adults and looking at all of you, the beauty comes out within us. I look at adults and I see people who sometimes just aren't happy with themselves, and if there's one thing that I do want to say to all of you in Baldwin High School as the last thing is, don't ever follow that path. There's no reason for it. You're all so unique and so passionate about certain things, and at the end of the day, it's you who is controlling what is going on in your life. Don't let an adult tell you, oh, you need to graduate to do good in life, because you don't. You don't need to go to college. You don't need a job. You could live at home and be happy with your parents for the next 50 years, and as long as you're smiling, to be honest, you've reached your goal. So in conclusion, if there's one last sentence I could ever say to Baldwin High School, it'd be, don't wait to be taught. Don't sit here and don't wait for a teacher to tell you what to do. Go out, do it, learn from your own experiences, and make sure that the 4 years that we've had here, if they haven't been the best, make sure the next 4 are going to be the best of your entire life.